I am part Hawaiian. Yes, my grandmother did make my brother and I eat poi and lao every day, but we love it today. My children, a lot of doctors recommend poi, the byproduct of taro, for children because of its nutritional value, vitamins A, B, C, potassium, and calcium. Okay, how do we acquire this property? Well, this is a 622-acre parcel that you're in, called Kualoa, like I told you earlier. A young man by the name of Judd, medical missionary coming out of Boston, Protestant, arrived here 1828 along with his wife, Laura Fish. Both of them learned to speak the language Hawaiian. Both of them became Hawaiian citizens. Dr. Judd's job was to provide medical support to the missionaries from 1820s who were coming to 1850s. These were the very first missionaries to the islands. After that, 1850s, the Catholics arrived, and the Mormons and the Episcopalians all the way down the line. But the Protestants were the first group. They are the ones that King Kamehameha III and Kaahumanu, the Queen, did all their business in the beginning. So Dr. Judd, learning to speak the language, Dr. Judd became a Hawaiian citizen. The king and Dr. Judd had many hours of conversation. The king had a lot of trust in the man, knowing that he was here to help, not to take. So he gave him a position, the second highest position in his cabinet. He was the administrator that administered if you had a problem with the Hawaiians, either if you were American or you were a European, then Dr. Judd would step in, and he was the one that would make a solution. So that's why he's very popular to the Hawaiian people. And the king, Kamehameha III, decided that, gee, this guy is a worthwhile man to keep. So he asked him, hey, would you like to buy these 622 acres? And the doctor said, oh, of course. How much? And the king said, well, I'll sell it for you for $1,300. 622 acres. From the mountain to my left to everything you see on the right, back of me, in front of me, 622 acres for that amount of money. 622 acres, $1,300. You ever hear of a deal like that? Let me know. I'll be right there with you, and you and I can become silent partners. Some of that. Well, the doctor had a son named Charles. Charles was a young entrepreneur. He teams up with his brother-in-law, acquired this property from the doctor, and they converted it into the very first successful sugar plantation on this island, 1863-1871, made out of stone with a steam engine that they brought from Ireland. This young man had a good eye and a good ear, knew that the property over the mountain to my left would be for sale. And he bought it, $2 an acre, 2,200 acres for $4,000. So the father buys this from the king, 622 acres. The son purchased the property over on my left, over the mountain, 2,200 acres, $4,000. And the son purchased the property behind us at a public auction. That was 1,100 acres for $5,215. So that's what makes up the property, the 4,000 acres. We also own the island, Chinaman's Hat, but we sold that island. Not sold. We gave it to the federal government, and they made it into a wildlife sanctuary. Maybe Texas, who knows? And then also a large park. We gave a large section of the land. We developed that into a state park for anyone. We have a talking parrot on the property, speak fluent Hawaiian. We teach it one Hawaiian word, aloha. You teach a parrot any more than one word, and forget it. You'll never hear the end of it. Right-hand side, we have some buses right here. Now, these buses here will take you to our 2,200 acres, where majority of all the movies on the ranch have been produced. The very first one, Mr. Roberts, 1955. The last one, last year, or this year, that's Kong, Skull Island. 67 movies the ranch has been involved in. The vehicles on my left will take you to our 1,100 acres. If you have some free time, come right here on my right. Sit in this area, and you'll see some of the 67 movies that the ranch has been involved in. A 15-second excerpt, title, and show you some of the movies that the ranch has been involved in. We have 114 horses. Horses come from Horses arrived 1803 by a young American by the name of Cleveland. But majority of our horses today come from Alberta, Canada. 80% of our horses come from Canada. We have a 1 hour and a 2 hour ride. We also have ATVs, all-terrain vehicles that take you on a 1 and a 2-hour ride. We do a lot with our young men and women. We teach them to be the future cowboys of Hawaii. We call them Paniolo. The cow arrived by George Vancouver of England, 1793. We brought in the vaqueros from Baja California to teach our Hawaiian men to become cowboys. So in the 1830s, these vaqueros were excellent instructors, and our Hawaiian cowboy history is developed. We call the cowboy Paniolo. If you look at our Hawaiian flag, we have 8 stripes, 8 for the 8 islands to appease the United States with their 13 stripes, and the Union Jack to thank Mr. George Vancouver being a good friend to the king. So that's our 2 flags put together. Sugar Mill on the right. John and David Morgan are the direct descendants of the doctor. They are the great-great-great-great-great-grandson. They are the ones that run the property. So it is a family operation from 1850 all the way to today. So on behalf of them, on behalf of our 300 workers and everything else on the ranch, we'd like to say mahalo nui loa, haole makahiki ho. That means in English, thank you very much and have a great 2017 year.